Today in Grow a Garden in Roblox, I'm going to tell you how you can predict when the next Grandmaster Sprinkler is going to come in stock. I'm going to tell you how you can predict when the next Elder Strawberry is going to be in stock, or the next Lollipop. If this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit subscribe as a thank you for this information. If you do, you'll become one of the first 200k OGs on the channel. And let's get into the video. Now, you probably read the title of this video, and it's a title I use only for very specific types of videos, and I only use it very carefully and sparingly. The first time I used it was here, when I told you how to get the corrupted kitsunes and farm them like crazy, and almost 700,000 of you watched it. Then I used it here to show you how to farm infinite prismatic rewards in the cooking event, and almost 600,000 of you watched it. And I also used it here in the most recent update and showed you how to farm these chests like crazy. And I used it again because this information is so crucial and so critical, I wanted to make sure that you had access to it. It all started with an image that I saw located, I think it was in the Reddit for Grow a Garden. It was images like this, where people were predicting that the Grandmaster Sprinkler would come in stock at certain times. And guess what? Those predictions were 100% accurate, and everybody I knew freaked out over it. Well, now the lovely people over at the Dawn Discord server have taken it a step further. There will be a link to the Dawn Discord server in the description of this video, as well as pinned in the comments of this video. Now, to be clear, I'm not sponsored by the Dawn Discord server in any way. They're not paying me to do this. They're not even offering me anything to do this. I'm doing this because the server is uniquely useful and it has multiple uses. And I used it for my own purposes and thought it was so cool that I figured you guys would need it as well. So as you're watching this video, you're going to realize, oh wait, Crow's not kidding. There's this and this and this and this. Oh, and this other feature and even this other feature that all of you are going to find useful at different times while playing Grow a Garden. So check it out and understand I'm not sponsored. I'm not getting paid, and it's illegal for me to do this without disclosing if I was. So even if I was getting paid, I'd have to let you know right up front, or I'd be risking breaking the actual law. So let's get into the video. The Discord server was already useful in terms of notifying you when things were in stock, such as seeds and gear and eggs, etc. And it could obviously notify you when weather comes in, but a lot of Discords can do that. But the Dawn Discord server already had useful information that other Discord servers didn't have. For example, it was the first server I found that notified me on the price of the super seed in the forever pack, which is this section right here. So that's what got me into the server in the first place, and then I kind of made it my unofficial home away from home, if you will. Hold on, my raccoon army is giving me bone blossoms for cooking. Come on. I'm working right now, raccoons. I'm busy. But then the Dawn Discord server did something else that kind of blew my mind, and that was the ability to farm the code during mini updates throughout the week to find leaks. And this is where I bring you a ton of leaked information in the game every time I have new videos. All of this was great. I thought the guys in charge of the Dawn Discord server were done, but they weren't. They found something else. The guys at Dawn developed a predictor for when certain seeds and certain gears were coming out. So why did I use the title, "Do This Before It's Patched"? Well, the developers are already trying to patch this whole system and remove it from the game. The bot has gone up and down as patches come in, and the developers try to stop this from happening. Now, it could be because the developers are trying to stop us from figuring out when seeds and gears are coming into play, or it could just be that they've updated the game with random things and it just breaks the bot. Either way, the bot keeps breaking from time to time. But the hardworking people at Dawn have the bot back up and running. And if you go into the appropriate sections of the Discord, you can see predictions. For example, there is a stock for a Master Sprinkler found. It will appear 8 hours from now. And these gray rectangles are always set to your time zone, whatever your time zone is on your computer, your phone, whatever. It also shows us that the Grandmaster Sprinkler is going to show up in a day tomorrow at 5:20 p.m., which is obviously my time. And this applies to all sorts of things. It applies to medium treats and medium toys. It's a seriously useful tool, and I wanted to bring it to your attention because, well, it's just a useful tool. I don't want you guys to go without this knowledge. Now, what can you use this knowledge with? How do you take this information and turn it to your advantage? Hold on, just let me shove this giant corn in here for a hot dog. Oh, hold on, he's craving hot dogs? Detour. Give me pancake stacks. Please, 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 please. Whoa, I just started a cooking storm. Taco Fern, hey, did I see a pancake stack there? Completely wasn't paying attention. Take my second one, please, Kay. Thanks. Mochi Mouse mutation spray, food crate. I don't think I got a pancake stack. So how do we take advantage of this information? How do we take it so that we have these seeds, we have these gears? How do we turn them into profit? How do we turn them into shekels? How do we turn them into amazing pets? Well, using something like the Grandmaster Sprinkler information, this one is actually fairly self-explanatory. There are methods above and beyond simply using them in your own garden. I mean, you can totally use the Grandmaster Sprinkler to help you grow really massive bone blossoms, or really massive candy blossoms, or really massive horned dino shrooms, or whatever it is your heart desires. But you can do things other than that so long as you find somebody a little bit trustworthy, and that can be difficult. If you were to go into the official Discord server or any other trading Discord server and search for the word Grandmaster, you find people offering trillions of shekels for Grandmaster sprinklers, because you can always just take your sprinkler and put it down in somebody else's garden. But this comes with a problem. This goes back to the old system of how we used to trade pets. If you want to do this, you have to trust the person, and that's a problem. So if you're going to sell somebody your Grandmaster sprinkler, make sure you get the shekels or the pet or whatever it is you're getting first. Basically, this is a not going first situation like the old days of how we used to trade in Grow a Garden and Roblox. This information can also be used for the level up lollipop, which apparently is available in 8 hours or so from the making of this video. This is another situation where trust needs to be involved. Technically, if you trusted the person, you could give them your pet, which is a horrible idea if you don't trust them, and then they can use their level up lollipops on your pet and give it back to you in exchange for a fee. This requires an insane amount of trust. I highly suggest you don't do this, but this is a method you could do with this prediction information. You know when the level up lollipops come into play, you get them, and you offer the level up lollipop to people. But if you try to scam somebody with this method, I will never forgive you. And this can also obviously be used for more sprinklers than just a Grandmaster. You can use this for Master sprinklers, and you can use this for Godly sprinklers, which apparently come into stock in 8 minutes. And the usefulness of the Dawn Discord server doesn't end there. They also keep a record of all of the admin messages we get during events and anytime in the game. They also let us know anytime the game is updated. They let you know when traveling merchants are here, as well as providing a place to do trading, and also to provide a place to talk to me, because I'm always in there. No, seriously, today alone, I've already put 161 messages in there. I've put 2,000 messages in there in total. I'm in this Discord server way too much. So yes, this is one of the more important pieces of information I have for you. One of the most important videos I have for you, because until the developers change the code and patch this and nerd this into the ground, we can predict when the best gear and the best seeds come into the store. Hopefully this video was really useful to you. If it was, go ahead and hit subscribe. Become part of the first 200k OGs. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.